For listeners who don't have access to a pool right now, how can people practice nervous system safety outside of the water as well?
I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with that container of safety and to allow themselves to be able to pause and notice what they're feeling as emotion, feeling as physical sensation, and feeling as body reactions. When we tune in that way, I'll use another anxiety producing one, but give a speech, right? We all kind of know this idea like, I should take a breath before I do that. But that's a way of tuning in to that, how we feel from those multiple levels: emotion, body sensations, and reactions. That helps us be able to tend to that nervous system and not just push through it and force our way through it and force our way past it, because at some point it's going to give way.
What message do you hope our listeners carry into their bodies after today?
What I hope they carry into their bodies is that taking care of your nervous system isn't just for people who are already successful at something, that is for everybody at every level in every area of our life. That is our job, to take care of ourselves. And that includes our nervous system. And that is really an essential key to success in every area.
Where can people learn from you, work with you, or begin their own journey with your work?
So you can find us online in the social media sphere. We're Calm Within Adult Swim. So that you can find us on our YouTube page, which I have lots of videos, and we're Instagram, Facebook. You can also come directly to our website, which is adultswimlesson.com. We start with people online with online lessons, so you don't even have to put a swimsuit on to start. And then we go through in-person retreats, that sort of thing.
And for everyone out there, of course, as always, I'll be getting her links and I'll be including those in our show notes. We always like to end our conversations with a micro practice invitation, not a big protocol or a perfect routine, just something small and embodied practice that listeners can explore each day over the next week. Corey, what gentle micro practice would you offer?
Yeah, as I was thinking about this, what we ask students to do before they even get into the water is to stop and ask themselves, do I want to? And it oftentimes feels like, well, of course I want to, especially, people are learning to swim in my outdoor pool in the wintertime. And they're in their swimming suits next to this steaming hot pool. They paid all this money. It's like, well, of course, get in, you're here. But I still ask them to just really pause for a moment and ask the most tender part of themselves. Do we want to get in? Are we ready? And if the answer is yes, then they can get in. If the answer is no, it's okay. Give space to that. Oftentimes, just giving ourselves permission and allow ourselves enough space to be able to say, no, I don't have to go in. I can wait a second. Oftentimes, you can't be looking for this, but oftentimes that's enough to have it switch to a yes. But just this gentle asking myself, okay, love, do I want to get in? Are we ready?
And as we close, I'd love to ask you one other question. After hearing this conversation, what do you most hope our listeners will remember about themselves?
I hope that listeners remember that we are more than our performance. How we feel in the time and the space of our doing is as equally or more important than the actual doing. Tending to that emotional part is key and essential and allowed.
Corey, thank you for sharing not only your work, but your heart and being such a gift to all of us. For every listener who's navigating fear, panic, or self-doubt, may this conversation remind you that safety can be relearned, confidence can be rebuilt, and your body is not the enemy. Healing is a journey of breath, trust, and return. Full episode links and Corey's information will be in the show notes. If something in today's conversation resonated with you, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to this episode. That's how these conversations travel. That's how the people who need to hear them the most get to hear them. Thank you for joining us on Neuroalchemy. You are not broken. You are becoming. Bye for now.